Hello, Brother Nashi. How are you? Please post my story as hidden identity. I am a woman. My name is Grace. I am a Zimbabwean woman. I am a slave queen as well as a prostitute. I came to South Africa with my auntie, who is my mother's young sister. We came and then we started to stay in Soweto. My auntie, she is married to a South African man. So I do have my own cousin sisters, but they are not like really cousin sisters. We just call each other cousin sisters. These are the kids of the men that my auntie got married to. So they were already doing this prostitution, but during the day, if you see them, you'll say this one, they are the material type. They even go to a good church, a traditional church. You'll never think that at night they are prostitutes. The way that they prostitute themselves, and I as well, is on Facebook. They don't go to the street. When they taught me, when we started to stay at their house, and I would share the room with one of my other cousin, and then she told me that she usually go on dates with men, but only for sex, and she would get money. So she really does not have any reason to go and look for a job, even though she graduated at University of Joburg. She said that she tried for a very long time to apply for a job, but she never got any. And when she would get casual work, those men that would have hired her, they would want to get in between her legs. And then she decided that instead of having men sleeping with her so that they can give her a job, it would be far much better for her to just go on dates, hook up, and then she get paid for it. Since I was in South Africa, no papers, I was looking for a way to be able to send some money back to my mom, because my mother, she had sugar diabetes and she always had to go to the doctors to buy insulin, to do a lot of stuff. And I was thinking of looking for a job as a maid. And then she said, no, just join this group. So I joined this other group, is Cortana, and we started to sell our bodies there. Usually there is a guy that will be like, anyone in Pretoria, I have 200. Anyone here and there, I have 300. How much for a night, girls? And then you can respond, and you can even leave your phone numbers. But the phone numbers that you will leave there, they are not the ones that you use. It's like you are using them on social media. Even if someone trying to research to see who is the owner of this account, no one will even know, using a ghost account like I am using right now. So on my first date, it was really terrifying. My cousins, they were there with me, because you have to go to a lodge where they know you and they know that you are prostituting yourself, and you pay some guys. They, if something bad happens, they will know that there is something that is bad that is happening to you, and they will come into the room and help you. You pay them every session. When you go with the guy, if the guy give you 500, then you know that 100 rands, it is for the protection, for the security at that lodge, as well as the girl at the reception area. So Bronash, that is how I started to make money on a monthly basis. I would have maybe 8,000, 9,000 rands just selling my body in that face group, and then we would go to different clubs. I can say we are what people call slave queens in Johannesburg, going to different VIP clubs, and then we would be making money. It was in December of last year. We went at this other high-end club in Sandton through the friend of Tiny, my other cousin sister, and we hooked up to this other Zimbabwean businessman who we were told is part of a diplomat here in South Africa. When we were taken to his table, he looked at us and he told us to stand so that we can be facing the other way, because he wanted to see how big we were on the backside, and he was impressed. He offered us a deal. He said that he wanted to have sex with the three of us, three against one guy. So he wanted a foursome. He offered us a deal 10,000 rands, and we were going to stay at his house, I'll just say in Bryanston, 10,000 for 5 days. We sat down and we said, okay, what are we going to do? Is it a lot of money? And we said, yeah, maybe it's a lot, 2,000 per day. We saw it as easy money, so then we agreed to go and stay with him. We went to his house, a massive big house, and there was no one that was there. He told me that this was his vacation home, and since his family, the wife and kids were in China, he was always bored. And because he has a lot of fantasies of sleeping with a lot of women at the same time, and he just wanted to experiment to see how far he can go with his fantasies, and we were going to please him the way that he wanted to be pleased. There was no problem at all. We were there so that he can give us money, right? And then we started to sleep with him. He would sleep with us whilst we were all in bed or in the lounge just drinking alcohol. We were not wearing anything day and night, just walking in that house, just walking whilst we were totally naked. So Brother Nashim, on the third day, whilst he was in the shower, we found a small digital safe in his study that he had left cracked open, and inside there was 22,000 rands in cash. The greed took over. We decided that the 10,000 that he was going to give us was not enough. He had already given the money to us. It was in our accounts, and I use an account that belongs to Tiny, so it was already in my account. We waited, Brother Nashim, and then we stole that cash, but we waited until the fifth night. We knew his phone password from watching him use it whilst he was pouring his expensive whiskey. This we used to do quite often. One of us slipped a heavy dose of brake fluid into his glass, and then we waited for him to have a blackout. That is what brake fluid will do to you if you mix it with alcohol. And then he collapsed within minutes. Whilst he was unconscious, we took the 22,000 cash and we accessed his banking application, and we transferred another 60,000 into various accounts as well as e-wallets using those fake phone numbers. We left him there on the floor thinking that we had made it. We walked away. Roughly, I had more than 32,000 that I had, and the other money we had put it in our Stockfell account that we were supposed to use this year. But this money, Brother Nashi, it just vanished from the account that we had put it in there. And when we returned back to Soweto, naturally, we expected the police to be at the dorm, but there was nothing. We expected a theft report or a fraud alert from the bank, but nothing happened. We tried to reach out to him because we just wanted to know if he was alive, and we were scared that maybe we had given him too much brake fluid and he was dead. He just said, "How are you, girls? I'm done with you." And then we knew that he had found out that we had stolen money. His WhatsApp just stopped updating. The last scene has been frozen since that time when he said that he knew that we stole his money. It is now saying last seen in 2025. So we said we have gotten away with the perfect crime, my brother, but we did not know that this guy that we had stolen from is a ritualist. So it was on December 28th when I got scared. I thought that maybe the police were just taking their time. So I decided to run back home to Zim. So I got onto the bus. I had my share of the money, over 30,000 that I had put in different places in my handbag. And I got onto the bus. I checked every step of the way during the bus ride. Whenever we would stop, I would check if I still had the money. Then when I arrived in Harare, that was when I discovered that all of my money was gone. I only had 3 shiny 1 rand coins, just 3 rand from South Africa to Zim. The 30,000 had just vanished. When I started to cry, even the people that were still there, they said that maybe there was someone that had stolen the money from me. But I said, how is it even possible? Because this money, I had not put it in one place. I had put it in different places. Even in the luggage that was in the trailer, there was money that I had hidden inside a big packet of rice. When we opened it up, there was nothing. It was just empty. I then spoke with my cousins back in South Africa. I was crying, Brother Nashi, for my money had just gone. I called Tiny, who was back in Soweto, crying. She did not even let me finish. And she said, Grace, the money is gone for me too, but that is not the worst part. I had a dream last night, Grace. I saw that Zim guy from Santon. He was not angry, but he was standing in a queue buying 3 coffins, and he was forcing me first to climb inside that coffin. And he just laughed at me as he was forcing me to enter into that big wooden coffin. I could feel that Tiny was scared and shaking on the phone. And it was as if this dream that she had the previous night, it was real. So then we went back home. When we went back home, I even tried to speak with this guy, but like I told you, his WhatsApp number, it just went dead. He does not respond. Even if you call his number, it can ring only once. Then after it would have rung, then the next time around it will go to voicemail. And once it goes to voicemail, you can't call him again, even with private. It's like he has this caller ID whereby you block someone, that person will never be able to call you again. We have tried to register different SIM cards, and it's like he knows he won't pick up the calls. So, Brother Nashi, I returned back to South Africa. But before I had returned back to South Africa, it was on December 30th when one of my cousin, she went to this other club. When she was there, she said that she was beaten up by a guy who said that you have stolen my money. She said that the night was going on very well, and then she was invited by this other man at this other club. They were Nigerians, and they went to a different club. And whilst they were sitting, one of the Nigerian guy said that you have stolen from me, but she did not steal anything, and they end up chasing her away, and she had dumped the blesser that had taken her to that club, so she did not know what else to do. When she told us this story, it made us to feel so sad, Brother Nashi. Then it was on the 31st of December when Maria, because she did not have money, she then went to this other tavern just to celebrate the new year. Maria, when she went to the local tavern to just get some drinks and maybe a couple of guys to sleep with so that she can have money for the new year, she said that it was too dry at the tavern and she felt like leaving. It was around 9 p.m. As she was walking back to the house in the dark, she said she nearly stepped on a large black cat that was sitting in the middle of the road. And when she tried to step on it by mistake, this cat did not even run. According to what Maria told us a couple of days after, Maria said that this snake, it had a human voice and it said, "Hey, Wena, watch where you are stepping. You are stepping on me as if you are stepping on a grave. You have already stepped into a grave. Do not step on me too." Maria said that she ran back home and she was no longer drunk because of what she had seen and heard. And ever since that time, she has not been the same. Maria claims that she is always seeing a cat that is like following him wherever she goes to. There is a snake that is always following him ever since that time. Now, Brother Nashi, we are in February and the nightmares, they are just coming to us. Those cousins of mine and I, we have been on our periods since January. these periods, they have not stopped. It is not a lot of blood. When you go to him, then you can see maybe on your panty liner, I stopped even putting sanitary pads because I had an infection. And after drinking antibiotics, I was told not to always have those sanitary pads on because I will keep on having the infections. And now, brother, when you go to pee, you will see that there is blood on your panty liner. And we have gone to the clinic, but then we were just given iron tablets and we were told that maybe it is hormonal stuff. I really do not understand what is going to happen to us because this guy, he does not want to negotiate with us. We were willing to go even and stay with him for the entire year. He can have sex with us without paying us so that we can have our lives back. It is not fair that you want us to die simply because we stole money. And this money that we stole, I did not even use it for anything because it returned back to him. Brother Nashi, if you know anyone, we are desperate. We are looking for a powerful Zimbabwean Sangoma. I am willing to leave Soweto to return back home to Zim, wherever you will direct me to, where I can find a man who can understand the situation that we are going through. We do not want that guy to pay us. We can even give him money. We can sit down and negotiate and we can pay him over time. And his WhatsApp, it says last seen in 2025. It's like this guy, he died, but we can't say that he died because his phone number is still going through. It only rings once with a new number, then that number will get blocked. We think that he is a blesser who uses women for his rituals by putting the black fluid in his whiskey. We did not understand that we were stealing money from a ritualist. If there is a Sangoma who can help us to speak with this guy so that we can tell him that we are sorry, everything that we did, it was a mistake. Please, we are begging for help. We need to apologize. We need to return the money. No matter how, we are going to return this money. If we do not find this guy, I'm scared that we're going to die because as for me, even my immune system, it seems as if it is really weak. I am always sick, terrible headaches, flu. I'm always sick, chest pains because of the blood that we are losing on a daily basis. Please, my bro, do not judge me. I just want real help for me, Tiny and Maria. If you know anyone that is willing to assist us, that is from Zim, that can be found in Soweto as well as Zim, so that he can assist us, please give us a link to any Sangoma in the comment section. Yo, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our DM sister. Let us speak with him in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Can you imagine stealing money, then after you would have stole the money, then this money just disappears? Maybe it returned back to the owner. Yeah, name. Let us talk with our dear sister in the comment section. She is saying that if there is anyone that has a link in Soweto of a Sangoma that is very powerful, they want to go there so as to consult with the Sangoma so that they can hear what is happening and how they can fix this. Let us meet again in the following episode. If you have any confession that you would want to share with us, you can reach out to us at Brother Nashi on Facebook as well as on TikTok.